Good morning, Aries. You might be able to hear the crows this morning because it's very, very early. The lighting may be a bit different as well. I'm having to use the indoor light rather than the light from the window because it's so early. But we may see the sunrise together, so that'll be nice. Aries, what do I have for you today? I got the word incognito for you. Incognito, interesting. And I could see a wig and some dark sunglasses. So I don't know what that's about, Aries, but it sounds interesting. Maybe you're just planning your Halloween costume early. Or maybe you're going in disguise somewhere. Maybe you don't want to be recognised. Maybe you've got to go somewhere, but you don't want to bump into people who know you. Something like this. Take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't, as always. I also saw a man. He had kind of like a sort of like a brown, almost like tweedy suit with a red bow tie, and he had like sort of it's kind of like an old-fashioned haircut. He looked like maybe a banker or something. I don't know. It did look maybe like he was someone in a computer game though. It didn't look like someone you'd normally bump into in real life. Then I got Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. And then all this morning I've had I Don't Know You Yet by Alexander 23 coming through really strongly. The two so I'm not quite awake yet. I don't even have my coffee. I don't know why. Why didn't I think of that? That would have helped. The two songs that came through for you on Spotify were quite interesting actually. It was Too Close by Next. It's that You're Making It Hard for Me song. And then Promiscuous Girl by Nelly, Furtado and Timberland. And so what came from that is like not for all of you, for some of you, there it could be something to do with lockdown. There's some kind of desire, you know, a very strong desire towards someone. For some of you, again, not all of you, this is just the introduction message. So if it's not resonating, the cards may say something completely different. But it's almost like this slow burn energy, like it's like pleasurable torture almost of having to be very, very patient, really getting very, very heated towards someone, really feeling that desire, but kind of just enjoying feeling that desire and that pull and that heat between you both. When I lit the joss stick as well, it was like a really nice slow flame that just kind of grew. So it's this kind of like almost like relaxing into it energy, like going with the flow, enjoying the ride, enjoying the attraction, enjoying the tension between you, the heat between you, enjoying the flirting, enjoying the what's the word, the expectation of it, or the potential of it. It's actually quite a nice energy. But with that Promiscuous, there's a concern from either you or your person, if for the people who this is resonating with, because she says, you expect me to just let you hit it, but will you still respect me if you get it? And she also says later on, what kind of girl do you take me for, or take me as, I think she says. So it's, I think somebody's a bit worried that they might be, because there's so much sexual tension, and again, this could be not even necessarily for Aries signs, it could be because Aries, your ruling planet is Mars. So I should finish a sentence before I move on. So yeah, I think somebody's concerned that somebody's coming in as a bit of a player, and they're like, I don't know whether to trust you or not. I don't know whether, I don't know what you want from me. If I give in, are you just going to run off? So it's this kind of, this concern. And maybe as well because somebody's like, I think maybe somebody's like, you've misjudged me a little bit. You've misjudged me. You've misjudged my intentions. You know, this promiscuous girl idea. Maybe she's not actually as promiscuous as the person thinks. Something like this is going on. So, yep. Aries at the moment, your ruling planet is Mars, and Mars is in Aries right now. It's a really big, strong energy. It's the energy of action. Mars rules, he's the planet of our action. So anytime we want to take action, anytime we want to move towards something, we want to get something, want to climb the career ladder, we want to get that perfect girl, whatever it is that we're or man. So I'm reading it as masculine energy, Mars energy. So switch the gender roles around as it fits. Yeah, but at the moment he's in retrograde, which means he's going backwards through the sign of Aries. So what this means is like the planet of action, the planet of just going and getting what you want, is kind of in this kind of reverse energy where it's taking its time, holding himself back. It can be quite frustrating, especially like sexually frustrating, which I think those two songs that randomized for us, they kind of tell us that, I think. So yeah, but it's like enjoying it. It's like knowing that this is going on, knowing that it's kind of like pulling back on the reins energy of it's not time yet, pulling back. So it's like if you know that that's what's happening energetically with the planets, you can kind of relax into it and enjoy the ride a little bit, because you know that the time will come, Mars will go forward again, and then you can go forward again. So while you're in this restraint energy, just enjoy the flirtation, enjoy the anticipation. Anticipation, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, so we're going to get some tea leaf cards. I'm doing things a little bit differently today, hoping for a shorter reading because I'm super busy this week. So we'll just see what comes out as we get it. So from this deck we have Forest. Muddled, unclear thinking, interesting, like can't see the woods for the trees. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, and again, sorry for my scruffy bed head, what I think I'm going to do is pull the cards, take a minute with them, and then interpret them. That might be the best way to do this today. Can I get another card, please, from this deck for Aries? Just one card, please. Just one card, please, for Aries. Thank you. Oh, no, they're like, we're definitely going to give you two. So what was on the underline of that one? On the underline there was cat, two-faced friend, so do be aware of that. But you'll have victory in some endeavour. So this was peacock, beware of great pride, and March. Who are you, Aries? I know that Pisces is the beginning of March, so Pisces, Aries, yeah, some of you could have a March birthday. These are like forget-me-nots, are they? No, they're not, the snowdrops. Some of you may have a March birthday. There may be something to do with your birthday, your past birthday or your future birthday. Something might happen in March for you. Something may have happened in March for you. Beware of great pride. Yeah, you may be dealing with someone who's very, very showy. Almost like all talk and no action, or like a bit of a show off. Okay, can I get another card, please? Thank you, for Aries. This deck's behaving for me today. Normally it gives me too many cards. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So if you're having a bit of a rough time of it, don't worry. The sky will clear. The forest will clear. You will come out of the woods at some point. So this is Tower. It's a different tower than the tower in the tarot. So solid foundations, success with effort. So this is saying if you get the foundation solid, so if you're starting something, if you get a solid foundation, you'll be able to build on that. But if your foundations are shaky, then the more you grow, the more likely it is to topple down. Right, okay. So let's go to the which deck is this? This is the Muse Tarot. This is the tea leaf cards. This is the Muse Tarot. So all the links for all my packs will be in the description box down below. You can look those up. Okay, so can I get more, please? Thank you, immediately. More for the forest. So they've given me two cards. We've got the Queen of Emotions. So this is the Queen of Cups, someone who's very loving and nurturing. And the Six of Emotions. This is about emotional balance. So I'll put those with forest there. So emotionally, there may be some emotional confusion for you at the moment. Now I will go into these cards more after I finish pulling all the cards. So can we get more on Peacock and March, please? What's Peacock and March about, please? Thank you. Peacock and March. The Hanged Muse. So this is, I'm sorry about it not adjusting very well. The Hanged Muse, this is like the hanged man, looking at things from a different perspective, a different point of view. And it's also a card about patience, like hanging around, right? Hanging around waiting, trying to get a clear idea. Can you see as well, she's looking up at this forest, so he's trying to, this is about confusion, and this is someone taking a different perspective, trying to get a clear idea, possibly about someone who's a bit of a show-off. Can you tell me about the Tower, please? Why is the Tower card here? A card tried to come out but we went back in. Why is the Tower card here, please? Thank you. Oh, interesting. The Magician in the reverse. It's interesting that it's almost like the same, like this tower's going up, but this magician's coming down. Interesting. What could that mean? In the underline, you have a beautiful depiction of the Strength card there, like someone being carried on the back of a lion. Really lovely image there. Okay. Can you tell me more about, oh, thank you, immediately, the Knight of Cups. Look, it's all cups over here. All cups. This is all emotions. This is someone coming forward with some kind of emotional offer. In the underlying, yep, you've got the Lovers card there. So this is kind of verifying those songs for me. So for a lot of you, this is going to be a relationship between two people, a romance relationship. Difficult for me to see it any other way, but there are possible ways that this could be something else coming through for you. So I'll try and explain the alternatives as I see them as I go. Okay, interesting. So it showed me the Lovers card, but we're going to keep going. So that might just be confirming that this section is Lovers for some of you. So Peacock March and the Hanged Muse. Thank you. The Sun in reverse. So I'm sorry, is this supposed to be in reverse? No, it's not. I didn't think so. The Sun. Trying to get clarity. The Sun can be a card about clarity. It's the opposite of the Moon, which is about secrets. So this could be things clearing up, especially if you have concerns about loyalty. There's a lot of sunflowers. Sorry, it's really not adjusting today. A lot of sunflowers on this card, which symbolise loyalty for me. It also looks like there's some red flowers there as well. Red flowers often symbolise romance for those of you who are looking for romance. So if you have been worried about the intentions of someone, especially because they are a bit of a show-off, perhaps they are very flashy, very eye-catching, you may think that this person gets a lot of attention, then this is saying that there may be some clarity. If you look at things from a different perspective, there may be some clarity around their loyalty. The Tower, please, with the Magician in the reverse. Yeah, I definitely need more information on this, please. Someone making a decision, but there is some deception going on. It could be strategy, deception around this decision. The Magician in the reverse is a trickster, so do be aware of that. So you're getting kind of conflicting messages here. We'll find out what's going on. 10 of Wands, putting down your burdens. Yeah, 10 of Wands is feeling very, very burdened, but 10s are about endings. So it's like there's going to be an end to this. You're going to be able to put down your burdens. Can you tell me, please, about the Forest and, yeah, 2 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, thank you. Didn't even have to ask. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yep, that makes sense as well. Sorry that you can't quite see all these. I'm slightly on a different setup today because of lighting. So I'll try and move them into view a little bit more. Can you tell me more about this deception? What's going on? Why is the trickster here? Why is the deception? What is the deception? Oh, okay. 7 of Cups on the underlying there. Okay, I'm going to pull your advice card now, which is a little bit unusual for me, but we will read the card at the end. So can you get me an advice card, please, for this situation? What's the advice card, please, for this situation? What's the advice card, please? Thank you. You've got 2 advice cards. On the underlying, that's interesting. Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. So this is saying if you feel like you've been the evil queen, it's like forgiving yourself, saying that you do deserve you do deserve sweetness. It's yeah. Like, everybody deserves love. That's what that's kind of saying. Oh, you've got 3 advice cards. So you've got potion. Remember to practice self-love. Again, there's women on these cards, but you could be a female coming to this reading, or male, or gender neutral. Just take more about what I'm saying about the people and the situation rather than the gender on the cards. Castle. It's time for healing, not war. Okay, that's interesting, especially with the evil queen there. Lioness. You've earned all your stripes. Okay, this is like so this is like, it's someone who's been through a battle. Maybe somebody who's, I'm getting, somebody has, it's almost like that Maleficent film. It's like somebody who's been hurt, probably in love. There is a lot of love coming through in this reading. Somebody's been hurt in past relationships. It doesn't have to be love. It can just be like friendships as well. Take it however it resonates for you. Yeah, somebody who's been hurt in relationships in the past. Kind of, perhaps somebody here has done things that they're ashamed of, that they have had to kind of, almost like treating others the way they've been treated. Like, they've learned that's how to act through other people's actions. Or yeah, it's like this evil queen energy. Somebody here has kind of been taught that love and relationships involve deception, involve confusion, involve indecision and burdens. It's like that's what love is to them, because that's what all they've experienced in the past. There's a lot of pain, right? There's a lot of pain here. It's like the wounded warrior card that for me. It's somebody may still be in a kind of like warrior energy of perhaps if they're approaching a relationship, it's like they're already approaching it thinking that it's going to end badly. They're already approaching it thinking that they're going to get hurt. You have this lioness, like you've earned all your stripes. There's somebody who's very, very strong, and it's because they've had to be strong. I feel they've had to survive that hurt, that pain. So now, just to kind of continue with the confusion for me, again, there's this card here about this confusion, muddled, unclear thinking. I just want to move these cards a bit closer so I can see them. Yeah, and you have that a two-faced friend. So yeah, somebody's definitely, oh, and look as well underneath that, the mice. The mice, discord among friends or family, two-faced friend. So yeah, there is a feeling of being hurt by people that you thought you were close to, hurt by people you thought were your friends, your family, your lover. So there's these cards like the Nine of Swords here. There's a lot of mental anxiety here. It's mental confusion, mental anxiety, muddled, unclear thinking, right? So you've got a difference here between your feelings and your thoughts. Your thoughts are saying, well, what if this happens again? How do I protect myself? Do I fight this? It's almost like hurting others before they can hurt you, I think. Rejecting others before they can reject you. It's a defensiveness. You're trying to avoid pain, right? So you're acting hard, acting tough, so that you can avoid the pain. And there's this. So here, with the Two of Swords is about blocking. It's a blocking energy. It's normally somebody with some swords crossed over their heart, because they're thinking how to protect the heart. You can see she's also blindfolded. So yeah, these birds are kind of, see, you can read this in two ways. That the crows, bothering her. It's her thoughts bothering her, pecking at her. But I sometimes see the crows as being like trying to get somebody untangled as well, or trying to bring in messages. But perhaps the communication, the messages around you, the things that you're hearing, the things that other people are saying, this is adding to your mental confusion. Even if those people are trying to help, it's like, no, I've got too much in my thoughts. So she needs to trust her intuition in this situation. She's literally blindfolded. She can't see, so she's going to have to feel her way through. There's a lot of feelings here. Now, this Knight of Cups is telling me that somebody is trying to come in with a love offer, or you're trying to make a love offer to someone else. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be friendship, family, someone at work, even a colleague. But normally it signifies some kind of emotional offer, somebody coming forward. It's like the Lancelot card for me, as somebody who's very much in a heart space, emotional, wanting to bring some kind of bond, form some kind of bond with you. It's a white horse as well, so that's interesting. There's a white horse on this. This is the action that the person's taking, or you want to take, and it's shown as very pure, very innocent. A very good movement of energy coming towards you. That, like, if we're using that link with the white horse, we have the sun here as well. The sun is very honest, very open, very clear intentioned. So what's going on up here then? Because this is all emotions, it's all cups trying to get you through that forest, trying to lead you by your heart through the forest, through the confusion. But then these voices around you are causing this mental confusion, this blockage. It's like your thoughts are saying, you can't trust this person, you're going to get hurt again. What are you doing? What are you thinking? That's my alarm. I need to get my kids up in a minute. The Queen of Emotions. This is this is a feminine energy, but it doesn't have to be a female. It's just someone who is very emotionally expressive. They are they're showing quite as Piscean energy for me today. I think because it's got those fish on the cards, and this card always makes me think of Pisces, because to me it's like the Knight in Shining Armour card, the Lancelot card. So you may be dealing with Pisces, you don't have to be. But this is someone who's very emotionally expressive, very open with their emotions. They find it easy to express love. They want to tell people how they feel. They're very good at communicating, they've got really strong intuition as well. Like, you can see this person's heart space is completely open. It's like a portal. It's like you can see right into their heart. They wear their emotions on the sleeve. They're a very loving, nurturing, gentle, warm, compassionate energy. They've got a real depth, like she's literally in her emotions. Got this interesting, it's almost like Aphrodite energy as well. Like, excuse me, Aphrodite, the goddess of love, was born from the ocean. She's got some birds around her as well there, which is interesting. My throat's closing up. Yeah, somebody's having trouble expressing how they feel. The Queen of Emotions wouldn't normally have trouble expressing how she feels, but we do have this blockage here, so possibly there's something restricting. Again, Mars retrograde in Aries is all about restrictions, not being able to say what you want to say, not be able to take the action you want to take, having to pull back the reins. I'm sorry, I'm really losing my voice now. Somebody needs to open up the throat chakra, do that chakra work on the throat chakra. So that means you can write out how you're feeling in a letter. You don't have to give anyone that letter. You could sing some songs that express how you're feeling, just to yourself. No one has to hear them. Anything that's going to help you to express the things that you're holding inside. The Six of Emotions is about emotional balance. It's the Six of Cups card, so there is a sense of nostalgia with this card, of looking back at the past. Again, somebody I feel has really had really been hurt in the past. So there's a sense of looking back at the past, figuring things out, working through things emotionally rather than mentally. My voice is clearing again now, so that might be what you need to do. Yeah, you've got this child here. Look, this child using their imagination. There's very strong, really strong Pisces energy here. This is someone like really using their imagination. You can see she's kind of pretending to be on a plane as well. She's free. She wants to travel. You may be thinking about the things you wanted to do as a child, reconnecting with those childhood ambitions. Emotionally as well, it's like, what would be emotionally fulfilling for me? What's my sole purpose? Doing some reflecting work as well on the past. But yeah, it's a card about finding balance, wanting balance in relationships, wanting an equal give and take. So over here, yeah, there are definitely concerns with, I think, the way this person possibly is approaching. This Knight of Cups could be approaching as a peacock. Someone is always seems to me to be masculine energy, but doesn't have to be. It's because the peacock's the one that's really fancy. So it's somebody who seems like they're really good on their own, like they've got everything going for them, really fancy, really quite showy, very attractive. They could be a bit of a like cock of the walk kind of thing, you know, like bit of a show off, like bit of a Jack the Lad. They may have been they may have a bit of a past themselves. And this might be right, and again, it could be a feminine or a masculine energy. We did have that Promiscuous Girl song. So yeah, it's almost like, well, this person, like, they almost seem too good to be true, right? They're presenting as like almost like an Instagram model in real life. You know, they don't have to be perfect looking, but it's that kind of very attractive, very compelling, very just really attractive energy where it's like, I'm gonna broadcast myself to the room, and I'm just going to attract people to me. And with people like that, you sometimes think that people like that have a lot of options, they have a lot of choices, and they often do, because it's an attractive energy. It's confidence, right? People are attracted to confidence. So the Seven of Cups is a card about, it can be a card again about mental confusion, especially mental confusion, or emotional confusion with it being cups. But also it's a card about, you can see this person's like making a choice. So you might feel like this person has a lot of options. So it's almost like, well, why would they be interested in me unless they just wanted a one night stand, this kind of thing. But I think a lot of the time, you know, you hear about celebrities, you hear about supermodels or actresses or actors, and people they'll be on a chat show and they'll be talking about dating, and they'll say, well, you must get a lot of offers, and they'll say, actually no, I think people are intimidated by me. And people like that, they can actually be quite lonely, because they might have a lot of options, but maybe they're also scared of getting hurt. Maybe they're scared of making the wrong choice. Maybe they're scared of perhaps why people want them, right? Because when someone's very successful, especially the peacock as well, it makes me think of the Nine of Pentacles card. So this is someone who's doing quite well financially, possibly, tangibly. Whatever it is that's very, very attractive about them, it's almost like, well, are people attracted to me because I look nice? Are people attracted to me because I've got a lot of money? Like, why are people attracted to me? What are their intentions? It can actually make you feel quite lonely, because it's like, this could be you again. This could be you, and like, you know, you've given your heart to someone, and it turned out they just wanted your money, or they just wanted that status of being with you, and yeah, that makes you feel really quite very, very hurt, and like very untrustworthy of the people coming towards you, because you think, well, what are their intentions? I mean, this person is approaching as the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups, as somebody who is very, very, it's almost like that gallant energy of like I keep saying Sir Lancelot, of like, of knights of the past who had this honour, like high honour. You know, this person's intentions are honourable. You know, that's what they're trying to do. They're not approaching as the Knight of Wands, which would be a potential player. Yeah, probably you. Again, you may have somebody on the cusp. March is, I was saying there was a lot of Pisces energy here. This marches Pisces into Aries, I think, if I'm getting that right. So there may be somebody who's on the cusp. The Hanged Muse, then. The Hanged Muse is really like looking at things from a different perspective. Trying to use your intuition there with that eye to figure out the intentions of the people coming towards you, especially like if you have a lot of options. Yeah, getting clarity with that Sun card there. And then this Ace of Wands here is a card about, it's the wands. This is where the fire comes in. This is where the passion and the heat and the want and the urges, and it's new. The aces are new. So I'm seeing this as a new person, not somebody, could be someone returning from the past there with the Six of Emotions, but there's some kind of new passion here. It's very, very heated. It's like if you're stuck, like, if you can't travel to this person as well, if you're stuck in like lockdown, or there's a distance between you, you had that Alexander 23 song. It's like very passionate thoughts. You may be doing a little bit of fantasizing here. With it in the reverse and with Mars going retrograde, it's like trying to pull back. You can see as well, like they're both upside down here. Trying to pull back, trying to control those passionate feelings, those passionate thoughts, trying to kind of get the reins on them, get those thoughts and feelings under control, especially if you know that you have to be patient. But yeah, there's the Sun card is slap bang in the middle of your reading here, and the Sun card is the most positive card in the deck. It actually, as the sun beams out, it throws light onto the surrounding cards. It brings clarity. It powers up the cards around it. It gives everything a positive boost. So this card, being in the center of your reading, being Major Arcana, being the most positive card in the deck, it's boosting everything. It's boosting the whole reading. So if you can't see clearly, you will be able to see the situation clearly soon, especially if you're taking a different perspective on life. They're telling me a different perspective on life. Moving to this card here then, solid foundation, success with effort. If this is a new relationship coming in for you, you really want to build it on solid ground. There's a need, there's a wish to really put in the effort into this, to make it solid, to make it work, right? So you want to get this relationship off on the right foot. You want to make it clear from the start that you're in it for the long haul, that you're not here to just play around. This might be you, this might be the other person. But yeah, you definitely want to watch the foundations of this relationship. Are they sturdy? Are they on shaky ground? And if you get it right at the bottom, if you get that bottom layer right, the foundations right, you can keep building on it. You can build it really, really tall, actually, and make it very, very successful with that victory card here. Sorry, I just got a message coming through there. Not a message psychically, a message actually on my phone, distracting me. But yeah, again, you can see if there is deception, if there is trickery, you've got these two cards here about trickery, deception, illusions. If this is built on illusions, then it's not going to be successful. So yeah, you do definitely want to get some clarity. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone, and that's going to, yeah, really, really concerned about this mentally. It's the thoughts that get in the way. Seven of Swords, this is thoughts, it's deception. Could literally be self-deception. Self-deception because somebody feels like they can't manifest. The Magician is a card about manifesting, taking the above, taking dreams, taking wishes, taking fantasies, and actually grounding them in reality. This person has all the things they need, all the kind of tools they need to make something work, to ground it, to make it solid. But with it being in the reverse, it's like somebody doesn't believe this about themselves. There's self-deception, there's trickery. Yeah, it's like trying to make this decision. Again, I feel like some of you are connecting with social media there. Look, she's got a phone in her hands. And with that Alexander 23 song again, it's like you've met someone on social media. You want to go and check them out. You want to meet them in person to really figure out, is this going to work or is this not going to work? Yeah, make it, but you've got a decision to make here. Maybe the decision is whether or not you should open your heart or guard your emotions. Maybe that's the decision you're making. So I really want to read that Evil Queen card up there. What's that? Number 2. Do we have any... I might read a few of these cards. So with the Evil Queen, let's bring it closer. Again, my throat's closing up. You deserve... Maybe you've been dealing with an Evil Queen in the past, right? Somebody who was not kind to you. You deserve sugar, not salt. Someone in your life is mistreating you. You keep trying to see the good in them. I feel like this is perhaps a past relationship. Excuse me, because this is showing as a new relationship coming in for you. You may be dealing with a past relationship and a new relationship. Someone in your life is mistreating you. Can you hear the crows? You keep trying to see the good in them, but they just keep... It's so noisy. I really hope you can hear that. It was 35 then as well, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 and 8. They're so chatty. Someone in your life is mistreating you. Yeah. Okay, so this is showing up as like Maleficent energy. Someone in your life is like Maleficent, and they're pecking you, literally pecking your head. They may be really noisy. They may be making a lot of... they're like causing a lot of confusion, chatter in your life. Mental like too much information overload coming at you, probably coming at you quite aggressively, but I feel like this is someone from your past. Right, I'm going to try and read this card. Someone in your life is mistreating you. You keep trying to see the good in them, but they just keep disappointing you again and again. The truth is, some people don't deserve second chances, as difficult as it may be. This is your sign that you need to cut them loose, unfollow them, and block their number. This is a card about blocking. It can be like blocking on social media. It's time to move on. Do whatever it takes to find some inner peace, for it's just as precious as gold. There you go. That's for someone. So what do we have here? I want to go to 30 next. Castle. It's time for healing, not war. Don't burn something down to the ground unless you have a plan to build something better in its place. Interesting. So we have that Tower card. It sounds like some of you are leaving a relationship, a past relationship that hurt you. This is saying don't burn it down to the ground unless you plan to build something better in its place. But if it's too late, it's too late for that, isn't it? Oh, interesting. You got angry. You pointed fingers. You called for war, and war was exactly what you got. It's very Maleficent energy. Now that it's time for healing and reparations. What's your plan? You need to take the same initiative and determination you had when this started and figure it out. Never neglect your intuition. So this past relationship with this Evil Queen energy, did you burn it down to the ground? What are the foundations like? Can you rebuild those foundations? Are those foundations solid and grounded? Are they worth rebuilding on? Or do you just need to cut your losses? This is a card about cutting your losses. It's like like escaping a situation. It's like running away in the night, taking what you can and leaving, recovering what you can and leaving. So yeah, do you need to just completely abandon this structure in your life, this relationship? Do you need to abandon it? Do you need to go and put down new foundations that are more solid with this person over here who's coming in as very, very actually loving? That's for you. That's for you to decide. They're giving me rap battles of history. You decide. So I don't know if they had one about Maleficent, but that might be interesting for us to all to go and look up. There may be something in there for you. Rap battles of history. So So Lioness, you've earned all your stripes. So yeah, it's really getting wounded warrior energy here. Naturally, sometimes with growth comes a little scarring. You've come incredibly far, and you should be proud of the person you've become. Think of your scars not as a reminder of the pain you've had to endure in the past, but as proof that you can survive anything. Beautiful. What a beautiful card. Look, and you've got that lion strength there as well. Could be connecting with a Leo, you could have Leo in your chart, but again, it's more about the energy than the sign. Yeah, you're a survivor. They're giving me Survivor by Beyonce. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna write that one down. Survivor. Beyonce. Is it Beyonce or Destiny's Child? I'll look it up. It'll be in the description box down below with all your other songs. And do pay attention as well, because as I'm uploading the video, sometimes I play songs and additional songs come through that I feel apply to your readings. Sometimes they feel really important. So always go and check out the last songs, because the last songs are not mentioned in the reading, but they could be really important. It could help clarify how people are feeling. 24. Basic Witch. Remember to practice self-love. You're familiar with the concepts of self-love and self-care, but either you've never actively practiced them or there's something you've fallen behind on. Either way, you should get back on track. Keep yourself maintained in all ways, big or small. That can mean calling it quits to take a luxurious bath instead, or that can mean putting on a rosewater face mask and getting out your planner so you can sort out your life before it gets too out of control. Okay, well, brilliant advice. I really like this deck. Just to show you, in case you were interested in getting this yourself, because it's such a lovely deck. Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace. I did just want to read a couple of those Muse cards as well, particularly the Magician in the reverse, and probably the Hanged Muse, with those being the major arcana. Magician in reverse. It doesn't actually give you the meaning in the reverse, but it might be interesting to read the meaning of the card anyway. Where are you, Magician? Oh, number 1. I didn't realise Magician was number 1. I'm saying here's a lady on the card. Keywords. A potent message of your creative magic. Powerful manifestation abilities. But remember, this is in the reverse, so it's like there's a blockage to your manifestation abilities. Forging your reality. Connecting to the 4 elements. Having latent talents and skills. Creativity. Steering clear of manipulation. Manipulation and the misuse of power. A time to seek good intentions. Seeing truth versus illusion. Seeing truth versus illusion. You're definitely doing that with the Sun card in the middle of your reading. Okay, reaching up, the Magician weaves and spins her reality into form. With magic from the ethers and determination in hand, she wields all the potential of the cosmos. She reminds you that you too have all you need to bring about your desires into form. The 4 elements support this journey. So she steps, trying to turn the page with one hand. What time is it? I need to get my kids up. She steps into the strings of her magic loom to bring its essence into reality. With sound, heart, and thought vibration, she promises to weave a better world. A divine luminescent substance forms between her hands. It always comes so quickly when her intention is to create something healing for others. So, okay, so if you're using your power for good, then it's going to come easily. If you're using your power for bad, if you're being the evil queen, then that's why there's a blockage to your powers. Something transcendent and totally rooted in love. She invites you to welcome a state of trance in order to tap into the liminal spaces of your creative potential, to feel and to know your desire and your end goal, and to draw down all the energetic materia to make it real. Give it form, pattern, colour, shape, space, and so it is. Incantation, manifesting, faith and action, breath and resting. With my heart and as in love, I hold the mirror of as above. I'll show you that little incantation there if you wanted to do that. So very quickly, because I need to go and get my kids up, I'm going to read the Hanged Muse, which is normally the Hanged Man in the tarot. Hopefully my daughter's alarm went off. She'll have got herself up. Woke her brother up. The Hanged Muse. Sorry, excuse me. Flipping your perspective, seeing things anew, being in flow with the universe, letting go, new vantage points leading to knowledge, empathetic understanding, spiritual lessons, insightful exposure. I'm just remembering that you had this card in your last reading, so you may want to go and look up the last Aries reading as well if this is ringing true to you. I said it's like you took a leap of faith and the universe went, hold up, and pulled you out of it like mid jump, and that hold up is for your own good because they really want you to have a clearer perspective on things. The ancient dust, the lungs reek of it, this stuckness, and her fragmented selves. It's almost like it's talking about this card, like these two cards together. So I'm just going to put them like that while I'm talking. This ancient dust, her lungs reek of it, this stuckness, and her fragmented selves want to fight their way beyond the self-made tethers. She could open her heart to clearly see the rebirth that is being offered, but sometimes it's just too hard to see. Oh my goodness, this card. The Muse smiles down to remind us to just let go and to allow the old to decay, right? In order to create the nutrients for the new. Fill your lungs with the crisp air of something unexperienced, and know that these beautiful, fertile grounds will be the brewing pot for things you've dreamt of, but not yet found. Let go of the things that have kept your land sterile and rise in your rebirth. It's like I do feel like it's like you're almost like the evil queen of these lands, or you're going to be the new queen of these lands. Like you're coming in, like it's like the evil queen is being thrown out, and the good queen, the Queen of Cups, is coming in, and it could just be these two different energies of you. It's really interesting. Awaken to the truth that everything you need is inside of you, magician. And from this perspective of seeing new growth, may you notice that from a distance, a burial and a planting look a whole lot alike. Oh, that's interesting. A burial and a planting look a whole lot alike. They're both digging the earth, right? Like it's like you could, yeah, it's like destruction so that something new can grow. Aging the sage and saging the ageless, transcendence, ascendance, let's rise from our cages, decaying the frayed and changing formations, rebirth and renewal, forcing forth new creations. Okay, right, good luck with that, Aries. I think I know which queen I'd be going for, but it's up to you. Up to you. You know your situation best. Do take care. Best of luck with that, Aries. I'll see you again soon.